Hey everyone, welcome to the show. So, I have some pretty good news on a very horrendous day. And you'll understand why when I get to other stories. But anyway, the Republicans' majority in the House is continually shrinking. It's shrinking as we speak in advance of the midterms. And we just found out today, or there was an article that was posted today, saying that the Republicans might actually lose their majority before the midterms. So I'm going to explain that in a minute. I'm also going to explain to you about how Trump and why Trump is freaking out about all of this. So much so that he actually floated the idea of canceling the elections. So, if you guys haven't heard, Republican Congressman Doug LaMaffa passed away yesterday. He was a California representative. He was 65 years old. He represented a portion of Northern California. He was likely to lose his seat in the midterms anyway because of the redistricting. So you guys might recall at the end of last year, we in California had a redistricting measure that passed overwhelmingly. It was like 66% approval or something like that. So it redrew all the maps, it redrew all the districts. So his was one of the districts that was likely to then go to a Democrat. So a special election is going to be held, but this, as I said, the seat was likely to end up with the Democrat. It's not a sure thing, but it now leans Democrat. So that would be a lost seat. And of course, until he's replaced, it's a lost seat. There's nobody voting for that district. And then to make matters worse for the Republicans, there was a rep from Indiana that just got in this horrible car accident. His name is Jim Baird. So he's going to be okay. He's going to survive. But he and his wife apparently were very injured in this accident. And so he's not going to be in DC. He's not going to be able to vote for quite a while. So that reduces their majority even further, or at least, voting majority. Also, there's going to be a special election in Texas later this month because there was a seat that was held by a Democrat named Sylvester Turner. He apparently passed away, so that seat needs to be filled. Right now it's just vacant, and so we don't have representation in that district. It is a very blue district, so it's likely to go to another Democrat. So that's going to further erode the Republican majority. So, when all of these new people are elected, I'm fully expecting Mike Johnson, the Speaker of the House, to again delay swearing these people in, right? If Democrats are elected, he's going to play the games again because their majority, the Republican majority right now, is razor thin. And there's all this talk, too, as I mentioned last year, of other Republicans who are planning to leave. So now there's chatter that, like Elise Stefanik, she had announced that she's leaving Congress. It was originally thought she was going to leave at the end of her term, which would have been the midterms. Now there's talk like she may dip out early. There's talk that other people might check out, that they might decide that, yeah, this is just BS. I don't want to be involved in this. I'm taking off. So if anybody else leaves early, they're screwed. So Trump and his minions are really spooked, and not by just this, which I'll explain, but they have good reason to be spooked. So I don't know if you guys all heard this, but the Democrats scored 2 more wins in special elections. So this all went down last year, which is just last month. So this all went down in December. So there was a Democratic candidate named Gary Clemens. He just ran the table against his Republican challenger. This was in the state of Kentucky. So here's an article about that. This was a state election, so this doesn't affect the U.S. House of Representatives or the U.S. Senate. This was a Kentucky state Senate seat. But here's why this is important, though. This is why I wanted to bring this up. Clemens, like I said, just wiped the floor with his opponent. He got 72% of the votes. Now, this is a little bit more of a blue district in this very red state, but Kamala Harris won it by only 5% last year, or 2024. So he way outperformed. It just shows that Democrats are highly motivated to vote right now. And they proved again that they are just on a mission. Even, all these Republicans, and I see MAGA all the time. Oh, Democrats are going to get reamed in the midterms. They suck. Their approval rating is so low. Yeah, their approval rating is so low because we want new people. We want new Democrats. We don't want Republicans. We're not going to sit out the election, but we want fighters. We don't want these mamby-pamby, mush mouth, middle of the road, semi, Republican light candidates anymore. We want actual fighting Democrats. So anyway, this other one that just took place was in an also very red state. It was in Iowa. So this is the candidate who won. This was in late December that she won. She was a city council member before this. Her name is Renee Hardman. So she won a special election for a seat also in the state Senate. So not the U.S. Senate, but the state Senate. She also, like the other guy, won by a huge margin. She got 71.4% of the vote. And this was even sweeter because Republicans were salivating over this seat. If they could have secured this seat, they would have had a supermajority. So they would have had free reign. They could have done whatever the hell they want in the state. Anybody the governor wanted to appoint didn't even need Democratic approval. Just roll right over them. And again, this was a slightly blue area in Iowa, but Kamala Harris won it by 17 points. This candidate won it by like 46%. So again, the Democratic candidates are just wildly outperforming the 2024 election. And so this reality is now sinking in. I think Trump knew, but he's been pretending that they were doing great. Now he's actually saying it out loud. So I don't know if you guys heard about this, but there was a GOP event. This was held at the Kennedy Center, not the Trump Center, the Kennedy Center. This was on Tuesday as well. This happened yesterday. So Trump got up there and he literally is begging them to save his ass. So here's an article about this. Trump had warned the lawmakers at this event, quote, "You got to win the midterms because if we don't win the midterms, they'll find a reason to impeach me. I'll get impeached." Yeah, we need to find a reason, guys. Yeah, really? The problem is narrowing it down. We have plenty of reasons to impeach your ass. The problem is going to be narrowing it down so that the impeachment proceedings can be done within a reasonable amount of time and there's not so many violations to vote on. So anyway, Trump then posited that, well, maybe they should be canceled. Maybe the election should be canceled. So I'll bring up this article for you. I mean, this is so telling, right? If he was a popular president, like he claims he is, if he truly had the will of the people on his side, if he was truly a president who won by this massive margin, he wouldn't have to cheat. He wouldn't have to cancel elections. He wouldn't be worried about impeachment and removal. Like I said, he claims to be doing this tremendous job. He's making America the greatest nation on earth. So why is he so afraid that his party's going to lose? So anyway, he's so terrified. He whines for like an hour at this event about how he's not getting enough credit, not getting the credit he deserves. He's doing like the what was it? Oh my God, his name just like ran out of my consciousness. Um, but I don't get any respect. Rodney Dangerfield. So he's doing Rodney Dangerfield. Anyway, so Trump tells Republicans in a not so direct way to cancel the election. So check this out. And while you're watching this, look at his hair. Okay, I want you to check out his hair.
Once they cancel the election, they should cancel the election because the fake news will say, he wants the elections canceled. He's a dictator. They always call me a dictator.
Gee, I wonder why, right? So, first of all, this is his way of, as we all know, he's throwing out the idea while still maintaining plausible deniability. He's done this forever. So if Republicans actually did cancel their midterm elections, or if they tried and someone tries to blame Trump rightfully for it, he can just say, oh, I didn't say that. No, that's not what I said. I specifically said I'm not going to say cancel the elections. It's what he always does. And did you see his freaking hair? He has pink hair. He looks like those poodles that they dye, right? Or actually, you know what it looks like? It looks like cotton candy. It looks like bubble gum flavored cotton candy on top of his head. It's like, it's so laughable. He's like those little old ladies who try to dye their hair themselves, or like they go to somebody really cheap because they can't afford like a good hairdresser. And then they don't know how to tone it properly. So they end up with like a pink or a purple hue to their hair. Anyway, we got to come up with a name for cotton candy head now. Anyway, I don't know. Or maybe he's gone punk. Maybe Trump decided, you know what, I'm going to go punk. Maybe he, can start wearing a leather jacket, wear a dog collar, go with that pink hair. He'll shave it into a mohawk. His cotton candy mohawk. Anyway, Putin should like that. And then, oh, think of it, guys. He'll totally fit in with the village people now, right? He has his pink punk hair and his leather jacket and a dog collar when he does his little hand job dance, right? YMCA. I'm totally not doing hand job USA. Anyway, enough of that. So Trump goes on in this event to tell them, I've given you guys a roadmap to win. And he said he gave them, quote, so many good nuggets. And then he said, well, you just have to be able to sell these, or sell them, like sell these nuggets that he's given them. Because, yeah, that's what you have to do. When you have great policies, you have to sell the American people on it. Anyway, and then in typical Trump fashion, he said something to the effect of, well, you guys can win on healthcare, but you need to go figure it out. You're the leader of the party. Like, figure it out. What do you want us to do, dear leader? You've been pulling the strings. You've been telling them what to do all year, or for 10 years. And what happened to his concepts of a plan? So this all proves a couple of things. Number one, it proves he's completely clueless about health insurance, because he brought up that whole thing again about, oh, we just want to give the money to the people. We don't want to give it to the insurance companies. Is he seriously mentally deranged? That's a dumb question. Of course he is. But how stupid is he that he doesn't know that if you give us, the people, the money, we still have to pay the insurance companies? And then number two, I think this proves he is petrified that he might actually get removed from office this time, because think about it. Impeachment is kind of toothless, right? Without removal, so what? Who cares? Right? Why does it matter if he gets impeached in the House? If he thought that he was in a strong position with the American people, with his 2024 coalition, more importantly, he wouldn't care because he would know there's no way the Senate is going to vote to remove me. So I think deep down on some level, he knows he's in deep shit. He knows there is a possibility that his numbers are going to get so bad and it's going to drag down the Republican Party so much and they're going to lose in the midterms so badly. I think that is terrifying him. And he is realizing they might actually remove me. And if they do, I can face charges. I can then be hit with charges again. So anyway, guys, good news. Thank you all so much for watching and listening. Please like this video, share it with others so they understand that there is hope. Please subscribe if you have not, and check to make sure that you are still subscribed, because I hear from people all the time saying, I thought I was subscribed, and then I looked and I think YouTube unsubscribed me somehow, and so I'm resubscribed. So please make sure. It's totally free to subscribe here on YouTube. And then if you can donate, truly appreciate it. Or if you can become a monthly donor, link is below for Patreon. It really, really helps to keep the show going. I greatly appreciate it. And we hang out once a month for everybody who is a $4.99 or more a month donor. We hang out on Zoom once a month. So I don't know if you guys all know that, but it's the first Saturday of every month. We get together on Zoom in the morning, or the morning for me in California, 9 o'clock, noon Eastern time. And we just hang out and talk for a couple hours. So it's fun. Hope you guys will join me. Thank you all so much again for watching and listening. Love you all. Take care. Talk with you soon.